welcome back to another video. Today we'll just be doing a slow flow just to get more acclimated into the body, find the breath, and just to feel good in the body. Nothing crazy, nothing too intense. This would be really good for beginners. So share this video, send it out to your uncles, your aunts, cousins, relatives, whoever may need a little bit more life in the body, send it their way. So we'll get started here. Get something comfortable. Find your mat, and we will just start in a seated position like this just to find the breath. And when you're ready, slowly bring the eyes to a close on your inhale. And exhale, let the eyelids slowly close down. And just a few breaths here. Keep the spine erect. As you exhale, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Breathing in deep through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Really make the sound. Don't be shy. Breathe out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose again. Exhale through the mouth. Two more just like that. Breathing in deep through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Make the sound. Make the sound. And last one here. Breathing in. Exhale. Last one. Let it out. And slowly bring the eyes open. And let's get started. Let's move into, like I said, it's going to be a slow flow, not doing too much here. So just come to a seated position. And you're just going to lay all the way back. Lay all the way back onto the back side of the body. And we're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana. So place your soles together. Drop your knees outwards. Drop your head onto the mat. Both palms reaching up to the sky. And same thing as we were doing here in the beginning, finding the breath, just breathing in and out through the nose. Open up the insides of the legs. You need it. You desperately need it. The groin area. You're also working the low back right here. I know it feels stationary. It may feel like, if you're not been doing yoga or you're new to it, it may seem like you're just not doing anything. But that's the reason you tap into the breath. Tap into the breath, and then things start to open up for you. So breathe in deep. Exhale through the nose. And just start to release some of the tensions you may be holding on to in the neck. Maybe some tension you're holding on to within the groin area, the hips, the inner thighs. As you exhale, just release it. And we'll be here for a few moments. I'll be quiet here so you can start to find the breath. And getting acclimated to the space that you're in. Maybe you are in your room. Maybe in the kitchen, living room. Maybe you're in a studio. Wherever you may be, just start to listen to the sounds outside of you. Listen to the sounds of the room. Palms facing up. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. Maybe you need a block to place on the outside edges or outside parts of the thighs. If you have a block, feel free to place it there. Just always listen to the body. That's the main thing with yoga. Just listen to the body. If you need to pull back, please pull back. Don't use that aggressiveness with the body when we're doing yoga. Just there's a time and a place. If you want to push forward, dive deeper into a pose, go for it. Why not? Go for it. I'm a previous athlete, played in college for about 4 minutes, all 4 years, so I wasn't like a big time athlete, but I played. I played. So if you want to push forward, you got some a little bit of competitive energy in you, push forward a little bit. Just be mindful. A few more breaths. And as you exhale, see if you can drop the knees closer to the mat just a tad bit. And last breath, breathe in. And exhale. Slowly bring the knees together, placing the bottoms of the feet on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourselves a big hug, squeezing the knees into the chest. Keep pressing your low back into the mat. All we're doing here is waking up the low back. The hip creases. And getting into the body, Couple more breaths. And again, this class we're doing today is really good for beginners. Maybe you are intimidated to go to a yoga studio, and it really can be, depending on the type of studio you go to. That's why I'm bringing this to you, so that you can practice in your room. You can practice at your house, the comfort of your own living space, for free. Couple more breaths. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Keep pressing your low back down into the mat. What I usually like to do is I keep my eyes closed when I'm in a position like this, just because I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to start looking at something on the wall. Maybe there's a bug somewhere. You never know. Main parts of yoga is to bring the senses inward, to focus all of your energy, focus all of the thoughts, mind, whatever you want to call it. Just bring it inward and close off the external world. All right, last breath here. Breathing in, exhale, and wrist release. Keep holding on with both hands. Grab the top parts of the shin, right shin. Extend your left leg out. Keep squeezing your right knee into the chest. Lower your left leg down onto the mat. Breathing in, exhale, and again, another breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth, and let's switch sides. Grab the left knee, extend the right leg out, lower your right leg down to the mat, squeeze the left knee into the chest. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the nose as well. Find the breath. What does that mean, finding the breath? What it means is to become more of a friend to your breath. Most times we really don't pay too much attention to it. So just be friends with it. Find the breath. Notice what it's doing. Notice how deep it's going. Notice how shallow it is. Inhale, switch sides. Grab the right knee. Lower that left leg down to the mat. Squeeze the right knee into the chest. And switch sides. Left knee comes to the chest. Right leg extends out. And we'll do one more each side. Breathing in, inhale, switch sides. Grab the right leg. Lower the left. And switch sides one more time. Left knee comes to the chest. Squeeze the top of the shin. Nice. Keep finding the breath. On your next inhale, bring that right knee back up. Squeeze both knees into the chest as we did before we alternated. Squeeze a little bit deeper than the first, pressing the low back into the mat. Good. And slowly release, placing both feet onto the mat. On your next inhale, we'll lift up to a bridge. On your inhale, lift up, press down through the feet, lift up through the hips, placing both hands onto the mat. Keep lifting up through the hips. You want to make sure your knees are in line with the hips. You don't want to bow your knees out on this particular pose at this moment. We may do some things later in different videos, but keep lifting up, knees in line with the hips. Keep waking the backside parts of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves, the glutes. Good, and lower down, slowly lower down. And we're gonna raise up again in just a moment. 2 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the nose as well. Breathing in through the nose one last time. And exhale. On your next inhale, lift up, bridge pose, pop back up. If you feel any pain in the knees, any pain in the hips, come back down. Keep pressing up to the hips, palms on the mat. Relax the face. Last breath, breathing in through the nose. Exhale, lower on down. Squeeze the knees into the chest one more time. And dropping the knees over to the right side of the mat. You're going to come up to a seated position. I'm going to face you just so you can see me. Place both hands on the knees. Extend up through the spine. Slowly bring the eyes closed. 3 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the nose as well. 2 more, breathing in. Exhale. Last one, deep in. And extend it out. And we're gonna come on to all fours. Stacking your shoulders on top of the wrist. We're gonna come into child's pose. So you wanna bring your knees toward on the outside edges of the mat. Bring your toes together. In child's pose, all you're gonna do is sink back with the hips. Reach both hands forward. If this is as far as you can go, stay here. If you need to stay up on both hands, stay here as well. The purpose is just to open up the back parts of the hips, the low back. But if you can come all the way down, extend the hands forward towards the top of your mat, place the forehead on the mat, and keep pressing down equally through both hands to sink the hips back toward your heels. We'll stay here for a moment. Come back to the breath.
Notice where the mind is going. Are you easily distracted? Are you able to focus for extended periods of time? In today's age with social media and constant advertisements being thrown at us from left, right, center, up, and down, you name it, stuff's coming from everywhere. It's harder and harder to focus for extended periods of time. So just notice where the mind goes. And as you do more and more yoga, as you practice more with the body, you draw the senses inward, it becomes easier. I promise you, it becomes easier to focus for longer periods of time. What does this equal? It equals you being more productive in work. It equals you being more present with your kids, more present with your loved ones, significant other, husband, wife. A lot of amazing translations occur when you have a consistent yoga practice. And that's the reason I'm here for you. That's the reason I'm giving you a free yoga class. And that's the reason why I do what I do, so that you can be the best version of yourself for those around you. Last few breaths. Keep sinking the hips down toward the heels, pressing down equally through the hands. Deep inhale. Let this exhale out through the mouth. Let's do it again. Deep inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale. Out of the mouth. Exhale. And let's come on up to all fours. A few cat-cows, which is basically on your inhale, keep pressing down through the hands. Release the tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale, look up. Curl the spine, pressing the belly toward the mat. Exhale, press away with the hands and curl the spine. Cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. I would always confuse the two when I first started teaching and practicing. Which one is cat? Which one is cow? We finally got it after 4 years. Inhale, look up. Last one. Exhale, press away. And come all the way down. Bring the knees and thighs together. I'm going to face you. And it's coming down, sitting on your heels. If you can't get here, feel free just to come into a seated position, cross-legged. And just a few more breaths. Like I said, that was just a brief yoga practice for you. Really great for beginners. Bring the eyes closed. Hands on your thighs. Last few breaths as we come to an end of this practice. And making your way to Shavasana. So just extending your legs out long. Same with the hands and arms, palms facing up. When you're ready, bringing the eyes closed. Again, this is Shavasana. This occurs after the end of most yoga classes. What you're doing is laying down, resting. Feel the sensations in the body. Relax the middle of the eyes. Relax your jaw. Relax the tension you may be holding in the hands, down to the feet. Amazing practice today for you. Thank yourself for showing up. All it takes is a 15, 20, 30-minute yoga class each day. Or maybe if you want to start out with 2 days a week, that's all it takes to create a really beneficial habit that will take you to amazing places when it comes to your body, your health, your physical well-being, and your mental well-being. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana for a minute or two. And if you're ready to head out, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, afternoon. And I'll see you all next time. Namaste.